Hello and welcome back to Planning with Jamie. Today we are going to do our monthly menu, and then we are going to jump into this menu planner that I ended up not using all of it, so I'm going to redate it. You can see some weeks I ended up using it. I was really good around this time, but then like earlier in the year, I don't even think I had bought this planner quite yet. So I'm just going to redate the pages that I haven't used yet so that I could still utilize it. So this whole purpose of doing this is to save money, save frustrations. I get decision-making fatigue like crazy. And so it's gonna help out so much already having the whole entire month done. Now I did sit down with my family a couple nights ago and ask them, you know, what are some of the meals that you guys want to see on the menu? And so I take that into account. I look at what our schedule is for the whole entire month. Like if we are very busy, so there's 2 weekends this month that we have dance competitions, and that's Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. And so I know on those, I am not going to be at home cooking, making a big meal. And so I kind of allot for either going out to eat or crock pot meals or sandwiches, you know, something nice and fast. And so what I'm going to do is write in what my monthly meal plan is. Like I said, I've already have this all planned out and such. But if you don't, literally just take your calendar and open it up. So let me show you here. This is what I already have going on. So we're going to look at that in a minute. And let me get these out. So Sam's Club, they have instant savings, and I just kind of wrote down the stuff that would be beneficial for us to utilize during the month. So anyways, what I ended up doing was opening this up and looking at my calendar and seeing like what days are my kids home from schools? What day do I work? Here, 2 of our kids have an orthodontic appointment, and I know their mouths are going to be sore. So I even took into account if we need like some soft foods for that kind of time. And then we have a couple weekends where we have a lot of stuff going on. So after looking at my calendar, I end up filling in what all needs to happen. And I know on Wednesday is a very late night, and kind of how our dance schedule goes, I kind of plan for certain meals based on that whole idea. So I am going to go through already and fill in what all's going on. So on New Year's, we did homemade pizza. Sometimes I write what the sides are, and sometimes I don't. So that is very inconsistent of me, but that's completely okay because generally we have the same sides with the same type of items. All right, so for this first week, kind of to note, this was a holiday, so we made some homemade pizza and had a family fun day, like board games and video games and stuff such as that. Then a really cold night tonight, so we're doing hash brown casserole with garlic bread, and I ended up moving this up. It originally was in a couple of days, but we've already done our grocery shopping for the whole entire month, and so I need to use up some of this fresh bread or it's going to mold and go bad. So same thing with the next day, tuna and noodles and garlic bread. Tuesday is also a late night. Like all 3 of my girls have dance. And so tuna and noodles is really fast, easy, and everybody eats really, really well. And then on Wednesdays, my oldest daughter goes to dance late. And so I like to make something that you can rewarm or make something we can get done before she goes to dance. So while one of my kids are at dance, we end up eating without her, and then when she comes home, she eats also. So kind of split shifts. So it says biscuits and gravy and waffles. That's because 3 of us like biscuits and gravy, and then 3 of them don't, and so they'll have waffles instead. And then on Thursday, taco rice bowls. That sounds so delicious right now. And then we have Christmases both of these nights. And so we've already chosen we're going to do barbecue with this family. And then this family, she has already ordered the chicken. We just have to pick it up and take it with us. So that is really, really nice to already have this week all completely done. I'm going to fill in the rest of them here real quick, and then we're going to jump into our weekly menu. All right, for the second week here, I work twice during the week, so I'm just putting leftovers on that night. So my husband either ends up doing leftovers or sometimes he ends up ordering like Chinese or something that I don't really enjoy. And so I have chosen not to put a specific meal on those days because I feel like he ends up not doing it and then I get a little bit frustrated. So I quit fighting that process because why? Why stress over something? All right, so here we had taco rice bowls and whatever leftover meat we have, we can make quesadillas is what we call them, but it's like the crunch wrap, I think is what it's called at Taco Bell, where you do taco, rice, cheese, like all your fixing. You have your tostado and then a big burrito that wraps around it and you fry it on both sides. So really, really good. Some of the kids don't like the quesadillo and so they'll have a quesadilla instead. And then on Tuesday, we're going to grill cheeseburgers and hot dogs, have some beans and cottage cheese with it. Wednesday, lasagna. Here's another thing. Like I said, one child is at dance, and then when we pick her up, we drop off the other child, so we eat in shifts. Lasagna is a really easy one to eat in shifts with. I work, so leftovers, and then I know I have some pork chops in the freezer and some leftover sweet potatoes that are going to be needing to get used, so this is a really good meal. On Fridays, we're home, so it can be a bigger meal, and my family eats pork chops really, really well. Then this is where I'm talking about, I know that we have a dance competition on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and usually Saturday is the really, really busy day. We do not even have time to end up leaving the conference center that we're at, so we just do out to eat. We order whatever, we eat whenever we can. I don't fight the process. I pack lots of snacks, and we just end up putting it into the schedule. All right, the next week, this Sunday, I don't have anything written down yet because it could be some leftovers or out to eat, but I'm not quite sure because it depends on how this dance schedule ends up. And then on the 16th, that was the day that two of my kids have orthodontic appointments. And so I'm just going to write soft foods. And when the time gets closer, we'll kind of determine maybe it's soup or something like that. All right, the 17th. We are doing sloppy joes and some fries. And like I said, I do not write down every single side. So don't come at me about veggies missing and all that kind of stuff because like taco rice bowls has corn in it already. Then on these, some of the sides will automatically be some of the veggies or fruits. Quesadillas, that's more of a snacky type one. So I don't know that it will truly have, any sides. But like here, lasagna and salad go really well together. Yeah, don't come at me about it. It's my family. All right, then on the 18th, we're going to make a homemade hamburger helper. Again, one of those that you can eat in shifts. You can rewarm it and it goes just fine. So homemade hamburger helper. And usually with that, we end up doing like some crescent rolls or something, but we'll see what we have in the fridge. We might have some biscuits left over or some crescent rolls or maybe some of this garlic bread from these 3 days end up in the freezer. So I'll just pull out as time gets closer. And then whenever we have sloppy joes, a few days later, we end up making homemade pizza because we make homemade sloppy joe pizza. It's so good. I know it sounds very, very weird, but I rest you assured you should try it. It's really good. Our sloppy joe meat is sweet. It's not spicy at all. And so we do that with pepperoni and it just really works out well. So homemade pizza and some corn. And usually we don't have homemade pizza twice in the same month, but with the holiday and stuff, it's just how it's worked out and everybody eats it really, really well. So Fridays, we are at home. So we're going to do meatloaf and baked potatoes. That sounds really, really good. And then this, we might go out with one of our family members. So then, let's see, the last time we had taco stuff was way up here, kind of there. And so this one, we are going to do tacos in a jumbo shell. So I ended up, all right, so this one I'm doing tacos in a jumbo shell. So they're the jumbo shell pastas. And we put tacos, refried beans, salsa, corn, black beans, all of that into the pasta shell, and it ends up being really good, like crunch Doritos and cheese on top. Put it in the oven, and I made it for on a Sunday because those do take a little bit of time to end up making, and so I know that I will have the time because we'll all be home. Then on Monday we get home by like 6 o'clock, so chicken fried steak and cubed potatoes and some corn. And then here we are going to do chili. And usually we do not do cinnamon rolls with chili, but I decided we're going to be fun that night. And then I work on the 25th. So I purposely did chili the night before because I know that my kids are going to beg for the leftover chili. And so that already makes it so my husband doesn't have to think about what the meal is. And also because we eat in shifts, you can warm up chili and do with it as you please. All right, then we have baked chicken. Again, another family favorite. And we're gonna have green bean casserole with that. And then this green bean casserole, anything that's left over, I'm gonna do tater tot casserole, so I could just throw it in as I'm making the tater tot casserole. So very good way of using up, like I always look what is, you know, right before it and try to use up whatever leftovers. Like I know Sloppy Joe's will always have leftovers, and so I can make the homemade pizza with it. Up here, I know we'll have leftover taco meat, so I can make the quesadillas. If this gets pushed off, I just throw all this into the freezer and end up using it as we need to. And then down here, chili, I know that we needed something on a day I work, so I'm constantly looking like how can I use this stuff later on in the week. So tater tot casserole, and then again, here is another dance competition, and so we are going to out to eat. All right, something nice and easy because we'll be nice and tired after dance competition is tuna melt sandwiches or grilled cheese. Nice and easy, really nice and quick. And then we can kind of, with that, do whatever leftovers there are. And then here is sour cream bake. This is the Pioneer Woman sour cream bake. If you guys have never had it, look it up because really good. My whole entire family loves it. And then anybody that we've made it for that comes over for meals, they end up asking for the recipe and they love it too. And then kind of the same thing. I know there'll be some leftovers on a day that I work, and so leftovers are written in right there. All right, so just that fast, there's our whole entire month. Like I said, I know this 15th is open, but I kind of feel like there'll be some leftovers or even some leftovers from going out to eat. If not, we'll do something simple like sandwiches or soup or, you know, something to use up stuff that is in the house. All right, now that we have this, let's go ahead and let's get out our meal planner. So I've heard from so many people that they really, really hope that Happy Planner brings out a meal planner for 2023, and I am right there with you. I do have some backup things that I've been doing, such as, let me concentrate here. This is the week we're going to want. So I ended up doing just some of the meal planning pages or the weekly pages, and that's worked out really, really well. Or a skinny classic, that can work out really well, and you just do 3 bullet points and do breakfast, lunch, and supper. So January, this is the correct week, but it ends up starting on the 2nd instead of the 3rd. So let's just go ahead and get rid of these. Whiteout does not bother me, you guys. Like, I will use what I have. I'm shopping my stash. And then I do want a little bit of decoration in here. And so we're just gonna grab this Flower Power. And later on in the week, you guys will see that I am using some of these stickers. And so I think it'll be just nice and cute to use them in here also. Let's see. also just very randomly throwing these down, no rhyme or reason, and then I just work around them. I want some yellow over here because I have yellow over here. All right, so then let's go ahead, cut these apart. And then the best way I have found to do this, so I'm going to use my Crocodile hole punch. This is the We Are Memory Keepers. I got it from Michael's. I always use a coupon when you end up getting it because it is a little bit costly. But what I end up doing is putting the two sticker sides together so that it doesn't get all nice and sticky on my Crocodile. And then you are just going to line up this hole punch and squeeze. So you can see it made me my little hole that I need. And then same with this part, and it is perfect. All right, then we do have a few things hanging off the edge, so we're gonna go ahead and take care of those before we get writing. And none of these really have any color, so that's why I'm not reusing them in a different area. All right, then also up here, I am going to, right before the day of the week, write in the number so that I know what day we are working on. There we go. All right, then I am going to write down, this has breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm just gonna write down our dinners here real quick, and then I will focus on the rest of the stuff later. So hash brown casserole and garlic bread is tonight. And then we have tuna and noodles and garlic bread. Again, I am doing that so that I use up this garlic bread so that it doesn't go to waste. All right, then we are working with biscuits and gravy. My daughter is very excited for that one. And then the other kids can have waffles. And then over here on Thursday, we have our taco rice bowls. I have been craving that. All right, and then this is a special day. This is the Christmas. And this is Christmas. And this day I work. All right, so that makes me feel good that we have that part all completely done. So then what I end up doing is we start filling in stuff from there. So I know this morning for breakfast, we did muffins because it is Muffin Monday. And usually on Wednesday, we do waffles because Waffle Wednesday, but we're having that for supper instead. So tomorrow, they can have Pop-Tarts, cereal. We'll do waffles on Thursday instead. And then on Friday, they can have whatever choice they want. Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm not gonna fill in. All right, then Monday for lunch. Today for lunch, let's see, what do we want to end up doing? Let's just do, most days I just have leftovers. So leftovers this day, we're gonna do sandwiches. And by we, so my littles are home here and here. They're still on break and then they go back to school. So after that, I could just do leftovers every day because leftovers do not bother me at all. All right, and this will actually be out there for lunch and supper. So I'm going to fill it in a little bit higher. And we won't eat breakfast because we have a big meal here. So actually, let's just put that out. And then I know they'll end up eating cereal when I'm at work this day. And I will just remind myself, pack a lunch for lunch. All right, so the next part I end up doing that is very, very helpful for menu planning is down here, I end up putting basically all of the things that I end up needing to buy. So muffins, we have muffin mix already. We need hash browns. I know we're out of stick butter and tub butter. So let's put both those down. And then we will need the garlic bread. We just buy the bakery bread and we put butter and garlic and everything on our own. So garlic bread. I will need some ground beef. And when I write ground beef, I end up putting a check mark next to it for any meal that I end up needing. So I know I need a pound here, and then I'll need 2 pounds for tacos, and that's all. So we'll need 3 pounds of ground beef for this whole entire week. And then I also know we don't have enough sour cream to go between hash brown casserole and taco rice balls. So I wrote down sour cream for that. I think we're good there. We have everything for tuna and noodles, so we're good there. Biscuits and gravy, I'm gonna need some sausage for. So, and I already have the biscuits, already have the waffles, and I think I will need more milk by then. When you make homemade biscuits and gravy, make sure it's whole milk. Okay, tacos and rice. We needed the ground beef, the sour cream. That might be all that I need for that one. I know also we're almost out of corn, so let's write that one on the list. And then the kids are going back to school, so I need Uncrustables. They have enjoyed having those. So let's write some Uncrustables and fruit snacks, and then we have a counter full of bananas, apples, and oranges right now, so I know I don't need any actual fruit. And then yesterday for New Year's, we had homemade pizza, and we used up the rest of the pizza sauce. So let's write in pizza sauce and pepperoni. Need both of those. All right, so that's where that stands. So this isn't ingredients to prep, this is my grocery list. And then up here, I like to look down and see what I need to do. So for tuna and noodles, I don't need to get anything out, so I'll be good with all of that. But for biscuits and gravy, I need to get sausage out of freezer. All right, so if I don't do that, I need to buy sausage. If I do get it out, I don't need to buy sausage. That's kind of where we're standing with that. We already have the biscuits, the waffles, so taco rice bowls. I don't think there's anything I need to do for there. This, I need to like prepare what the kids want to end up ordering because we're getting barbecue. So let's put figure out kids order because we're gonna order it and they're gonna pick it up on their way to our house. And then here we need to pick up chicken at noon. So I can't forget that part. And I need to pack my lunch for work for the next day. So that is on there. And then there was something else I was thinking here. Oh, that I can make a few desserts and take them out for our Christmas. So make desserts. All right, so I think we have it all done for the month or for the week. And so every single week, that's what I end up doing. Oh, I need to write down too, we're almost out of bread. So let's write down here that we also need bread, so I don't forget. And then anything that I know needs like restocked or needs to be getting used so that it doesn't go bad, I'll end up listing down here. That way when we flip the page to the next one, we can kind of already have a few ideas. Like I said, I already have the whole entire month all planned out. And so that works out so well. I absolutely love doing it this way. We save so much money. We went shopping for the whole entire month of January and we bought the majority of the stuff and we only spent $250 so far. So for a family of 6, that is really, really good. I feel really proud of that. So make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Also make sure that subscribe button is pushed and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.